Oh yeah,
Looks
super
really
super
nice.
clean.
That red on white looks really good.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we see Sonic versus, I didn't see the other one.
Sheik.
Sheik.
Okay.
Okay.
This is interesting choice. I'm not sure. I'm not too aware. Oh,
Oh, it's
Envoy.
Envoid. He's the Tennessee Sheik.
Okay, Tennessee Sheik. All right. So Tennessee. Do you know if they have any Sonics up there?
Racking my brain for a second. I know the main three that I played when I was in Tennessee was Envoid the Sheik, K-Man the Falcon, and then Ronin X the Ryu.
Okay.
I don't believe they have any top level Sheiks, but I could be wrong.
Oh, Sonics. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Not
top
Sheik.
level Sonics. Top level
Yeah,
Sonics. Yes.
Okay. Well, again, Georgia, again, not really well known for having any particularly strong Sheiks. Our last strong Sheik, I believe, is Farlock, but he's gonna move away after this month, I believe. So Georgia's still kind of lacking that department, but obviously CC doing a great job here on Smashville. Now, one thing I want to say, and hear me out on this one.
Okay.
I don't think Smashville is Sheik's best stage anymore. At all.
I'm listening.
I do not think Sheik's best stage is Smashville. I think
present
it's
your case.
FD.
Present your case.
Absolutely, because of the consistency that FD gives her. Ooh, that was super, super scary from CC there. But the consistency that FD gives her in her neutral just far outweighs the potential to get comboed to death with the platform. A lot of the times, I feel as if it's a better trade-off for Sheik to just have the room to throw needles and to just space forward backwards when she needs to and just play neutral game and carry you across and extend the combo percentage. Because, again, Smashville is a really short stage. So without the platform, Sheik may get 2 or 3 forwarders, and then you're basically off stage. Whereas on FD, the same thing happens, but you just eat more damage.
And you just reset on stage.
Yes,
and
you
continue
just
to
reset on stage and you continue to thing it. And you still have needles coming out. Ooh, super, super smart there. But not going to get hard punished for it. Okay, that up air there is going to take the first stock from CC. But again, I feel as if the platform doesn't come into play often enough to warrant this stage being Sheik's best stage. Now, don't get me wrong. This is absolutely still one of her strongest stages in this current rule set. But I just feel as if FD overall gives her more benefits, or more consistent benefits, I should say, compared to Smashville.
Ooh, and just eats the F smash there. Yeah, no, and oh wow,
back air, yeah, that's gonna do it.
And I can understand that. You know, it's kind of curious because like you don't want to leave FD open against Sonic, but you know the spacing tools are very important. I'm actually really curious to see how this set goes. I know yesterday CC was a little bit curious about the seeding of the pool that he was in, comparing himself to looking at the results for himself and Envoid. So I know there's a little bit of grudge, a little bit of grime there.
Oh yeah, CC definitely feeling like he's got a little bit more skill under his belt, but as of right now, this is looking like a really
now's your chance to show it.
Oh yeah, now's your chance to show it. But Envoid just showing him that hey, maybe this was the right seeding. Now, granted, this is Sheik and Sonic is Sonic, so it's definitely nowhere near out of this game yet.
No, by no means.
But we see what this matchup turns into at the higher percents. Envoid has absolutely no reason to approach. He's going to sit back. He's going to throw those needles when he needs to. Interesting there. He fell out the up forward air, I believe. Not sure how. All right, cross up in the air. And we have the neutral game. And this is what I was talking about with needles being slightly more consistent and a little bit easier to use on FD, so it's just more free percent. Sonic, obviously the fastest character in the game. It's a lot easier for him to close this distance as compared to FD. So you have to contend with Sonic's neutral and contend with trading hits with him more. So you can force more interactions here as compared to FD, which I think is something that Sheik generally wants to avoid.
Beautiful spring there. Just getting out of that situation. Noped on out of that potential death.
Oh yeah, easily at this much rage with this percent with Sheik, yeah, that's super scary stuff there. Needles, whoa, super clean stuff there. Almost going to steal CC's stock. That's going to do it.
You know, if you just throw out 50 bouncing fishes and one of them hits at those percents, that's all that matters.
That's all you're going to need.
CC looking a little frustrated right now. Doesn't want to get too down on himself. You know, that was a very close game one. Still very capable of pulling this. I believe this would make this winner's semis.
This was winner's finals, I believe.
You are correct, sir.
Finals. Okay. Again, CC as a player is very, very emotional. So I don't want to see him to go on tilt, but I feel as if Envoid I think Envoid slowed the game down, and he's kind of playing at his pace by just throwing more needles. Is maybe throwing off CC's tempo, because normally he's an extremely patient player. But if you do put him on tilt, he's going to he's going to try to autopilot it a little bit. He's going to try to get the spin dashes in where he can because he's frustrated.
Yeah, and like those last few sequences, as you mentioned, were pretty much all Envoid. You know, they were I'm going to push you into shield and then do throw it attempt bouncing fish. There's a bunch of needles as Envoid or as CC tried to approach. You know, the last 30 to 45 seconds were completely in Envoid's favor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now we see the counter pick to Town and City, which actually I think this is the correct choice. Honestly speaking, I believe this is actually Sonic's best neutral. Even better than Final Destination.
Sure, sure. I mean, you have so many options that kill off the top. If you do get those early spring rides, they kill them that much earlier.
Oh yeah, the low ceiling is one big boon that he has. But I just want to note the platform layouts too. Because the platforms are so high up, if Sonic spin dashes, he can pretty much just sprint for free and just land on top of a platform. He doesn't have to worry about landing on the center stage. And on top of it, it still has FD-like qualities. You have the length of the stage of FD, just not the ceiling.
And then you have the fact that like halfway through the game, as like you see the signs come down, those are your visual cues, the signs in the background.
Oh yeah.
It becomes FD. You know, you have short FD.
All right, just gonna take 4% there. It's gonna be super safe. But yeah, I actually do think this is strong. This is Sonic's strongest neutral stage. I'd imagine the ban here was Duck Hunt. So.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, easily. That's I don't even want to talk about it. Shout out to move on to 2017. But anyways, CC doing a fantastic job here. Has got the lead. And just one thing CC has been doing that I really, really like is just covering these ledge options and calling out all jumps that Envoid's been making. Ooh, going super, super deep there. Yeah, as you can see here, CC is more than willing to just hang back and hold that B button.
As he well should. I mean, there's
no shame.
There is an art into an aggressive Sonic, and I think either aggressive or passive Sonic are both very, very good at a top level. But the most important thing for an aggressive Sonic to remember is the fact that once you have that lead, and especially a full stock lead like this, you have to shift into a lower gear. You have to bring it down and just play the clock.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's absolutely not any reason to play this game. Just play reactionary with spin dash and just force your opponent to make mistakes. Down smash, still not going to do it on Town and City.
Yeah, it was a fantastic read from Envoid there, but
yeah, this
as a whole,
yeah, CC not want to do that. Envoid rolling on the ledge there, so if you're in iframes or invincibility frames, excuse me, and Sonic's homing attack is active, it will not home into you, regardless of what the iframes are. You could be grabbing the ledge and have invincibility, you could be spot dodging, you could be rolling, and as you saw there, Sonic's just going to plummet to his death.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag the more you know.
The more you know. But anyways, moving back to this game, CC still in this, but Envoid definitely not doing a bad job for himself, bringing this game into an almost even one.
Yeah, and not only that, you have to worry about the mental state of CC. You know, losing game 1 is frustrating. SD in game 2 with that much of a lead,
yeah, it's not something you really...
It's more pressure on himself.
All right, but CC seemingly holding composure right here. Oh, and he's still going to get the ledge trap.
I know. One of the Tennessee casters shouting at me.
Yeah.
Envoid's from Tennessee.
And obviously,
I know. I was there 2 months ago.
As you can see, we got the Typo House crew being repped by CC here. So, Chris probably going to be a little bit happy, maybe a little bit happy.
A little biased.
If he wins, it's a little bit biased. Just a little bit. All right, but we're moving on to game 3 here. So again, solid play coming out here from both players. But again, CC has been doing an amazing job at reading these ledge get-up options from Envoid, and I think that's what's really pulling him ahead this time around. He's gotten every single back air he's called out from the ledge. He's gotten every single forward, well, not every single forward smash, but he's conditioned with every single forward smash he's gotten from the ledge, and it's costed Envoid pretty much all of his stocks.
Yeah,
I'd imagine. I don't think he's been killed in neutral once. He's just been killed from getting up off the ledge.
We've had back air callouts on jumps, forward smashes.
Callouts.
Yeah,
that's pretty much how it's been going. All right, and we see the pick to Battlefield. I understand the pick. I think Envoid is trying to play to the weaknesses of Sonic.
Sure.
But at the same time, you can't ignore Sheik's weaknesses here. Obviously, killing is the biggest concern that you want to pay attention to.
For the most part, though, Envoid in neutral really has taken it to CC. I feel like in most of their neutral exchanges, he's come out on top, both with damage and just positioning. So I think building up that damage won't be too difficult.
But closing it out is
going to be rough.
Always going to be roughest part of this matchup. All right. See Nair. And so much damage from one spin dash. 47 off of that, folks.
Yeah, man. Like people forget, like Sonic's got some silly things and he's got his timeout strats, but when he wants to hit you, he hits you really hard.
He does, very much so. So, back to this neutral. We see less needles this time around for Envoid, probably because of the presence of the platforms. So definitely understand that. Right now, he's not doing too bad of a job, but here's the thing. This is my mentality against Sheik. If you're trading with her at any point in time, or if you have an even percent with her, she's
losing.
Really winning.
She's losing. I was actually just about to bring that up. When you're going hit for hit as a Sheik main, you are doing something wrong. You have the frame data to outspace and outspeed pretty much the entirety of the cast. And so you should not be taking equal percents. If you and your opponent are both at 100%, you're at a deficit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because at this percent, unless she gets this Gimp here or this edge guard, how else is she really going to kill Sonic? Sonic, you know, he can get a straight spin dash here or there to an up air, and that probably will be Sheik's stock.
Or depending on the freshness of it, spin dash narrow can also kill off the top.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Beautiful roll read there. This is 2017. So that doesn't work.
It almost did. This man's moving us back here. But CC holding on to the stock barely. By those Hick Charles Kleins on the back of his head until that bouncing fish is going to take out that first stock.
And I was honestly a little bit surprised to see Envoid advance there. I was expecting more of just a camping needle play, which I'm almost guaranteed to see now.
Oh, yeah.
But it looked like he was setting back, and I think that's what made CC stand up like that and felt like he was safe, is the fact that he was expecting those needles too. And instead, the bouncing fish came in and closed it out.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a very, very risky play coming out there from Envoid, because had he missed that, that was almost certainly a back throw at the ledge. That definitely would have been stock. But Envoid making the right bet and getting that stock off CC, and now up 41%.
I'm glad that CC was able to finally make it out of the corner there. Envoid pushed him away three different times there, really just putting all the pressure on him to escape. Where you see the same scenario there, just jumps over this time as his option.
Oh, yeah. And we see CC maybe get a little impatient for this kill. Saw a couple force matches in a row, none connected. Oh, that's not what he wanted.
That's some day one Sheik stuff.
Oh yeah,
That's
did he eat bouncing fish before that? I'm not too sure.
No. That was just a pure misinput.
Okay,
that was side B instead of down B.
Oh yeah, just the note.
Which personally, layout wise, like bouncing fish should definitely be side B.
It should. But
like it moves you horizontally.
You look at Zelda. Yeah, it's. Anyways, one thing I wanted to note.
It's the only time Zelda will be mentioned on stream.
Bouncing fish, if you actually do a down B after the initial bouncing fish, you will almost always do the burst grenade. So it's risky if you don't remember, so you want to keep that in mind. Now CC trying to get his way back in there, but Envoid just honestly hasn't been touched since he lost his stock other than that 2%.
Yeah, I mean, Envoid is playing the Sonic game right now. You lay back, you have an 80% lead, there's 2 minutes left. Throw those needles.
Oh, yeah.
What is Sonic going to do? I mean, does fully charged needle beat spin dash?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Fully charged needles, or needles in general, are transcendent. So regardless of what move they interact, or they won't interact with other hitboxes, but they will only interact with hurt boxes.
Yeah, it'll just go straight through it.
Yeah, it'll just go straight through it. So Sonic will eat that damage. Now we say that, but CC already got 54% off of what, 2 spin dashes?
Yeah, Envoid kind of pushed the initiative there for a little bit, and it really cost him. You know, the more patient play would really behoove him, especially with only 1:45 left. I'm curious to see if either player have noticed the clock, but I would be 100% playing the needle game right now.
Ooh, super scary.
You can't roll back in that position.
Dirty, yeah, it's a really dirty setup there. At this percent, needles actually do knock you up into the platform, so you're forced into a tech chase situation, and if Sheik reads you correctly, you're pretty much just dead from an up smash. Up air, not going to seal it on battlefield. Yeah, no air dodge coming out there. Envoy hunting for this.
Yeah, getting a little bit risky.
Oh, man.
73 to 126, stuff. 70 seconds left.
CC's got to make something happen now.
Stay center stage. Just stay center, like hold. Smash is a very dynamic game compared to 2D fighters, but like center stage right now is imperative for Envoid.
Oh, yeah.
It allows him to avoid the blast zones. It allows him to throw needles, stay in the middle.
Oh, that was super scary. That could have been his life. Force smash at the ledge. He's going to bait it out. Ooh, CC.
The double roll back. Oh, my God. Stop it. He's dead. Doesn't even get the sweet spot of it, too. Sour spot up smash killing.
It's
Sheik not the greatest smash attacks either.
Not at all, but